Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am back with another Art of the Root video, and as you can see by the title of the video, it is Are My Expired Art of the Root Oils Still Yielding Results for Me when I use them? I don't know if you guys have seen a video that I posted a while ago with all of the expired oils that I had and the ones that I was trying to get through. Basically, as you can see now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 oils that I have left from my ones that have expired. I will tell you guys, I did have to get rid of at least, let me see, maybe about 12 or 13 oils. And the reason why is because like the scent was basically almost gone. It kind of had not like a rancid scent, but it smelled stale, and the consistency of the oil had gotten sticky, and it was just, it was just to the point where I was like, okay girl, we need to let it go. Just go ahead and purchase a new bottle of that oil since you do like it so much. But I did try to get the most out of it that I could. If you're like me, when I use my oils, the majority of the time I am using them on my skin, or either when I take a bath or something like that. So therefore, I just want to make sure that, they're in the best condition as possible. And when you have something where the scent is going bad and, the consistency is different from how it was when you originally purchased it, you might not want to put it on your skin. But yeah, basically these are the oils that I have saved in this little group, basically all the way back to March. I didn't go any further ahead of March, and these 3 oils are from March, which is Force of Nature oil, the Reconciliation oil, and the King Solomon oil. And as you can see, this one expired. I'm trying to look through the camera. Okay, there we go. It expired on March 23rd. A Reconciliation oil, it expired on March 2nd, and the King Solomon oil, it expired on March 24th. So these 3 are my oldest oils. These 2 that I have right here are from May, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, no, April. It expired on April 5th of this year. And this one expired on April 29th. This is the Has No Hannah oil. This one is the Midnight Goddess oil. And then this one right here is the Gypsy Queen oil, which expired on May 18th, 2022. And these last 2 down here, I still really haven't called them as expired because the expiration date is this month. Actually, it was last week. I was about to say September. July 14th of this year. And then this one, the Lucky Hand oil, expired on July 12th of this year. Now these are my expired oils that I'm trying to get through. Currently I do still have a section of oils that haven't expired. My little, what is this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, my little 7 oils that I am still working through, which is the Jezebel oil, Goddess of Abundance, the Pretty in Pink oil, Goddess of Power, the Badass Bitch oil, Goddess of Love, and the Rich Bitch oil. So basically these oils are still good. Some of them don't even expire until December, so I have a good amount of time to continue to get through these oils. But back to the expired oils, and there's one on here that I mistakenly threw away, which was from March. It was the Come To Me oil. I know I posted a video as far as a candle working that worked for me with that oil, and at that time the oil was expended. The oil was expired at the time I did do that video, and as you guys know from that video, I still got results from it. But I did use up the last little bit of my Come To Me oil along with my Irresistible Me oil, and I basically just put it on my hands, rubbed it on my arms, and then I rubbed a little bit on my hair, spoke my intentions to it, and that person who I spoke about, it did come about within the next day time frame. So despite that oil having expired, actually it was a Come To Me and the Irresistible Me that had expired back in March, I was still able to get results from using those oils. And the person who the person just basically hit me up out of the blue, which was very surprising because it had been at least a good 2 or 3 months since I had last spoken to that person. So I feel like the oil did help bring that about. But yeah, I finished those off since there was just a little bit left in there. And most recently, the oil that I used was the Lucky Hand oil. And although it expired last week, I was able to get a little bit lucky off of this. Basically what I did was I went ahead and played a scratch off. I hardly ever play any type of scratch offs because I always lose at them, so therefore I'm just like, okay, what's the purpose of me doing this and stuff since I always lose? So I thought, well, why not just go ahead and take a chance at it, rub some of this on your hands and see if you win something. So I went ahead and rubbed it on my hands. I mixed it with the rich bitch oil, but I went ahead, rubbed it on my hands, spoke my intention, and I scratched off. It was a $2 scratch off. Now it may not seem like a lot. I can probably only get a burger and a fry off of this, but I did win I think it was like $3 or $2 off of the scratch off. But for me, that was kind of big because I did actually win something when I never win anything at all. So I feel like, this Lucky Hand oil helped in that. And if you're not familiar with what the Lucky Hand oil does, it's basically you can use it for gambling purposes, to be lucky, to win money, different things like that. Like it states to rub some on your hands, before playing whatever it is that you're playing. So that's exactly what I did. And I ended up winning $2 off of my scratch off. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and cash in that scratch off for another scratch off. And I'm going to put this back on my hands and I'm going to see if I win more than what I previously won. So that's my story time for this oil. And as far as with my, my Force of Nature oil, I went ahead and used this oil. I just like the scent of this oil by itself, but it did still yield results. When I put it on, I felt basically like I still felt the same way that I felt when I originally purchased this oil, which was I could do what I wanted to do. I felt strong. I felt like what it says, a force of nature. I felt like there is nothing that could stop me, and I usually put this on when I'm working, because that's when I feel my least strongest, just with the people that I deal with at work. So I always, try to put this on if I remember to put it on. And when I did, it still worked for me. And you guys, as you can see, the expiration date was back in March, and it still yielded results for me. The oil hasn't gotten sticky yet. It still smells as good as it did the day that I first purchased it. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this oil and continue to use it until I cannot use it anymore. But yeah, that's basically for that oil. And then lastly was my reconciliation oil. I went ahead and used this the other week with a person where we were just kind of in and out with communicating with each other as far as like getting along and different things like that. I didn't do any type of candle ritual. I just put it on, anointed myself with it, and spoke my intentions. And next thing I know, the person is hitting me up, asking me basically if we can talk, if you want to hang out, let's go ahead and just catch a dinner, dinner and a movie and stuff, so that, we could basically just get back on the same page, or at least on a page where we're communicating with each other, even if it's just as friends. So yeah, I will be, actually I call it a date. It sounds like a date to me. It may be different to you guys, but actually that is happening this weekend. So I feel like this oil did bring about what it's supposed to do. It still smells good. And again, the due date on this one is March 2nd. So to me, it's pretty old. It's like a year and 3 months in old. So it's still working. It still smells good. It's not sticky. So I'm going to continue to use it. But as far as that goes, that's pretty much where I'm at now with my oils. As far as using them that are expired, I'm still going to continue to use these oils just to see the other ones, if they're yielding results or not. Of course, I'll still post a video on these oils if you guys have these oils at home, or even if you have oils at home that have expired, be sure just to check them, to smell them, rub some on your hand just to, test out the consistency of it, basically before putting it on your body. Not saying anything's gonna happen, but that's just me. Maybe I'm just a neat freak or whatever. But I also wanted to show you guys that I do keep like all of my oils on a tray, and I keep them in a pretty dark area. This is a shelf that I have, and as you can see, the background is all black. So basically there's like no opportunities where sunlight could come in and possibly taint it or anything of the sort. So I just feel like the oils just had its time, it's ran its course, different things like that. But anyways, this video is getting long. Of course, if you have any questions or comments, do feel free to leave them in the comment section. And again, I thank you guys for returning to my channel. Sorry it's been so long since I posted. Just been going through some things and just trying to get through it. But I will get through it. It's part of life. But anyways, again, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Talk to you later. Bye.